guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Raquelle Lynnette. If this is your first time here, thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for tuning in. You're supposed to be here. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and click the subscribe button to stay around a while to become a part of Kel's crew. And for the rest of Kel's crew, welcome back guys. I'm here with another review for you. Today I have a bunch of Benefit Cosmetics face products, and the only face product that I've ever tried from them before was their Boing Concealer, which was tested and true. It was such a great concealer. This is my second bottle, actually very confident in the formula. It is really, really good. So I hadn't been seeing a lot of people really talking about the brand new concealer that they just came out with. This is the Hello Happy Air Stick Foundation. And I follow a lot of people who work on Benefit's team, like the lead and everyone, you know, on Benefit's team. So they just have been raving about it. And I just honestly felt like somebody else needed to talk about it. The only thing sent in PR was the brow products and the blush, but everything else I purchased out of pocket, and I just really wanted to bring this on here to show you guys how it looks on my skin tone, on brown skin. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this review. So I'm going to use the original Porefessional Primer. This is like one of the very first. This is the very first high-end primer that I ever did buy. And this is like a mattifying primer. And I'm just going to focus this on the target areas and smooth it on my face. This has a very silky kind of like silicone feel. So I don't really use this typically normally, but I know that it creates a good barrier for your foundation and really masks your pores. And then after I put that on, I just set my pores with a little bit of powder. So the brows are done. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the foundations. I got the shades 9 and 12. So 9 is the neutral shade that I use for my concealer, but it just looked a little bit more like my skin tone, and I know that the concealer is a shade 9 as well, but I just felt like it was going to be my skin color. And then I picked up 12, which is the darkest shade, which they don't really have a really good shade range for this foundation line. I don't know why, but the deepest shade kind of isn't even deep, to be honest. But I picked up the deepest. It was very hard to color match, so I didn't really know what I was going to get. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get the darkest, because I don't really know if this is deep, if this is the true to color, what is going to happen. So those are the colors that I chose. So we're not gonna sit here and act like Benefit doesn't have the cutest packaging. These are just smiley faces. Cute, super, 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 super cute. And it's like a frosted feel, so like really nice, you know, it's not just a plastic container. And this is what we have here for number 9. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting it on my face. I don't usually typically use a stick foundation, but I just hadn't seen too many people talking about it. So I'm like, sometimes when you don't see people talking about stuff, it could be like a hidden gem. And this isn't as creamy as I thought that it was going to be. It's like a matte, it's a demi-matte velvet feel. And this is like the perfect shade. I'm like impressed. Okay, okay. Let's see what we got going on. This is a very light velvet, like I said, demi-matte finish, and I thought it was just gonna be like super creamy and like a grease bomb, and it's not. It's really not. Bring it a little down my neck so we can get that all matching. And I'm actually gonna blend this out with the Fenty Beauty brush, just because it's like a flat brush and it spreads very well. So let's start down my neck. This is like kind of like the perfect shade. I'm shocked. This is really nice. It's not the biggest thing for me that I was looking for was to see if these were just gonna be a greasy mess. The last time I tried, well, I like the okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do use one stick foundation, but that is the Hourglass, and that is very prestige, and I only use that on special occasion when I'm going to be photographed, or you know what I mean, like for special occasions. I can't use that every day because it's so expensive. But for this is really, really gliding and blending beautifully. Oh wow, I just love when I get a product that I'm kind of like underestimating and it just starts exceeding my expectations immediately. Because look at that finish. It's a really full coverage. Like I don't know, let's just finish blending it out before I freaking have a heart attack, right? You see how it just covered up those spots, right? It's very matte. Or it's very full coverage, right? Wow. All right, so alarmingly surprised that this is a perfect match for my skin and how much coverage that I got just from one layer of a cream sticked foundation. I'm actually appalled. I'm really excited. Like, you can see like my beauty marks right there, but all of the dark marks have been covered. And I haven't even set with the powder or anything, so okay, I see you. So now I'm gonna go ahead and contour, right? So I'm gonna contour with number 12, and this is a deeper shade. So I'm gonna wanna be very light with it because I'm not trying to be a muddy mess. I do have some errands to run, which is why I decided to film this today. So I could actually get out into the sun, get into some air, do some things, sweat, and see how the foundation really holds up. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply this. And this isn't super dark. Again, the shade range is... Benefit never releases like a lot of shades. I don't know. They're not a Fenty Beauty. They're not gonna come. So before I blend this out, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my Boing concealer. This is in the shade 9. I've used this concealer so many times. I really love this concealer. It is bomb. This is my second one actually. So now, I've used this before. I know how they perform. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out everything, you know? So as I'm blending this out, it's still super, it's just a shadow of color, which is what I like for my contour. Nothing too rough, but it's really not that deep at all. And 12 is their deepest shade, so I really thought this was going to be darker than what it actually is. Maybe I mean, I did use a light layer, so maybe I could have built it up, but still, it's really not that deep. It's blending out nice. I mean, I like it. It's looking pretty good. It's kind of like effortlessly flawless. These shades really are like the perfect shades that I would pick. Like, honestly, it's looking really good. Feeling like Mike in his prime. I'm feeling really good about this foundation so far. So yeah, let me go ahead and set underneath my eyes using my trusted and true Huda Beauty Blondie powder.
I also picked up the Hello Happy foundation, the powder foundation in number 9, just to see how it would set with the stick foundation. I know sometimes you're supposed to use like the entire line, so I wanted to give you guys an honest, real review of benefits-based products.
So I'm pairing this with the NARS Samoa bronzer, and it's turning out looking really good. After that foundation blended out, it really just left the shadow of color, which is what I always go for. I don't want something super muddy or I have to lighten up again, you know? That's like defeating the entire process. So I'm gonna finish bronzing or contouring, adding some more depth to my face. So now I'm going to be picking up Georgia. This is a Georgia blush by Benefit, and just using their brush, I'm just going to add, this is going to be a very light rush of color on my cheeks. It's like has the shimmer on there as well. It looks really pretty. It actually looks really effing pretty. I was like scared to use it, but really liking that. That is so pretty. It's like it's like an iridescent orangish pink that has a highlight to it. It's really pretty. So there you go, a 2-in-1 review. So I'm gonna put some in the places that I would highlight. Alright guys, so this is the final look. If you're looking for like an IG tutorial or whatever, I did make an IG tutorial, so you can go ahead and watch that. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of content on my Instagram that I really think you'd be interested in. Go ahead and follow me everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm hardly on Snapchat, but I really am on Instagram daily. So I have to run to AT&T right now and then run to Target to get trash bags and other little miscellaneous things for around the house. So I'm going to be out in the sun, and I just want to actually test this. I'm going to come back later and show you guys how it held up like I usually do, but I'm gonna warn you, my hair might be different because I have to film a few other projects for campaigns or whatever. But without further ado, let me get going and get started on this wear test. Alright guys, so it is 11:20 p.m. the same day. I had to film this look for this hair, so it is the same day. So it is the same day, just different hair, like I told you guys it was going to be. But this is how we're looking. I did have to touch up because I had to film another video. But other than that, everything was like bomb. The only reason I put a little bit more powder underneath my eyes is just because I was filming. The finish is amazing. I really like this foundation. I really like the foundation, and that's all I have to really say. I was not a creasy, cakey mess at all, like really. And I was outside. I tried to do the mirror challenge. I went into my errands, and I was outside, so you know it was pretty well worn in, and it delivered very well, and I think that you guys would like it. It's a light formula. You can, but like with one layer, you can build it up. And yeah, it didn't separate, and I'm not a greasy mess. Those are the two things that are important for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe and wash all of this off and get headed to bed because it's been a long day. But if you enjoyed this review, if I helped you out or helped you to make the decision whether to purchase this or not, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Clearly you're liking me, you're at the end of this video. And I will see you guys here in my next video. Go ahead and subscribe. Bye.